Hello, friends. Today we are going to see a classic horror novel written by Bram Stoker, published in 1897, Dracula. The novel is based on the legend of Prince Vlad the Impaler, also known as Vlad the Impaler or Vlad the Impaler. There have been many film adaptations of the novel over the years, we all know that. But today, we are not going to talk about any of those films. Rather, we're going to read and analyze an excerpt from the novel. So without any further ado, let's begin. The coach stopped, and I felt as though Lucy had been suddenly torn from my side. For a moment, I could not understand what had happened. Then, as I looked round, I saw that the other three were looking anxiously out into the darkness, and I knew that something must be wrong. "What is it?" I asked. "What is the matter?" "Did you hear that?" said Harker. "Hear what?" I asked as I listened intently. There was a low, deep sound, as though a door somewhere had been slammed, and it echoed through the still air, seeming very near. Then we heard a confused noise, as though some heavy cart had been suddenly pulled up outside the door. There was a loud knocking, as though someone was asking for admittance. Then all was silent again, and I could feel that Lucy's hand was cold and wet in mine. A minute or two passed. Then Mina, who was sitting opposite to us, turned round and said in a low voice, "I believe we had better go. I don't like this at all." As she spoke, the knocking was repeated, and this time it sounded as though it were right outside our door. Harker got up and went to the window and looked out into the darkness. "All the windows in the place are closed," he said, returning. Then said Mina, "We must go. It can't be right that we are kept here against our will. I won't be kept a prisoner in this place, and I don't suppose the others would." She rose and began to get her cloak on. No, we cannot leave this place," said Dr. Seward, rising also and speaking very quietly. "You forget that the Count has not yet returned, and we are his guests. Besides, I do not think we should do so even if we could, for I believe that someone is watching the house, and I am almost sure that if we were to leave, we should be followed." Just then, Lucy put her hand in front of her face as though to screen it from view, and a low sob broke from her. "What is it, Lucy?" I asked, bending over her. "Oh God, I am so frightened," she said, as I felt her whole body shaking with emotion. "Don't be afraid," said Dr. Seward. "It will be all right yet." "Don't be afraid," he said, laying his hand on her shoulder. "I am so sorry," she said, turning to him, "but I can't help it. I am so afraid." Just then the door opened slowly, as though someone had been turning the handle to get admission, and the sound of their dress as they came in would have made a very slight noise on the carpet had they been wearing ordinary shoes. But their footgear was thick, and the sound was as though a clog had been dragged over the floor. All eyes turned to the door as it opened, and there stood the Count in his velvet smoking jacket, a low black hat in one hand and a cane in the other. He was followed by two men in dress clothes, and they all three looked very grave. Friends, that's all for today. We read an excerpt from the novel Dracula, written by Bram Stoker. If you like it, share your views in the comments below. Also, please subscribe for more such videos. Thank you.